me, but there's an exit over there and an exit over there. Okay, that's pretty much it for Stand Up Tonight. Our MC comes to you from Los Angeles. And is an absolute famous off alone. When you hear this name, some people will pee tonight. Wow. Please welcome Zavior Phillips.
What's up, everybody? I'm going to be candid with all of you and say that when I walked in the door 5 minutes ago, I was not a part of the show. But I am now, and I'm very excited to be here with all of you. I do live in Los Angeles now. Thanks. I moved out there and started doing like some fun comedy writing and stuff. I've had some cool opportunities, which has been nice. I got a chance to write for the People's Choice Awards, which is very cool. Okay, who here watched the People's Choice Awards? Okay, we have one, and then my mom's and the only viewers of these People's Choice Awards. It was very cool. I got to meet a lot of like celebrities backstage, which was sick. Got to meet like the Hollywood Holy Trinity, as I like to call them, which is Ellen, Kim Kardashian, and Dwayne Rock Johnson. Yeah. Who we worship. And I honestly think like they deserve it at this point. You know, like I was raised in the South, like very like religious and stuff, but I do think Jesus is kind of like half his time. I just think if you look at the stats, like those people kind of have earned it at this point. Right? Like Jesus has 0 Emmys. I don't know. Not even nominated once. Like, it's crazy. Dwayne Rock Johnson has the most social media followers of any man in America. Wow. Yeah. Jesus had 12. Mathematically, you're back in Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's 12 if you count Judas. Judas Snake, in my opinion. Big fan, for sure. No, it was cool seeing like Kim Kardashian The Rock. I will say though, like not as big in person as I was expecting. Not The Rock, he was huge. Talk about Kim Kardashian's butt. I wasn't impressed. I think everyone talks about how big it is because it's big compared to like LA butts. And everyone else in LA is like a very like skinny model, you know? Because they don't really like consume calories because the Illuminati won't let them. So the only thing they really like take in is like green juice and the blood of their Instagram followers. So it just doesn't work, right? But I didn't think her butt was that big because I'm from the South. And in the South, first off, I will say also when I say I'm from the South, a lot of people don't believe me. Because I don't really have like a strong Southern accent or a child with my sister. And there's some things that I do have that a lot of Tennesseans don't, you know, like melanin or all my teeth. But I am from the South, and down South, we got some bigger butts. Which makes sense. It makes sense to have bigger butts in a place where mac and cheese is considered a vegetable. Right. Mathematically, that makes sense. I just feel like, you know, before we start every meal, we say like, you know, let us pray, let us eat, but no one ever eats lettuce. One time I mentioned the word arugula, and someone was like, ain't that where they found Bin Laden? Crazy. I'm just saying, if you take, you know, Kim Kardashian's butt is big now, but take it to a place where a funnel cake is an appetizer, that thing's gonna pop, literally, because it's plastic. But, no, I do love it. I do love being out in LA. It's been very cool. It is different from being in Tennessee. Because a lot of people think, look, hey, it's Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Yeah, not enough pops for that. Okay. Not enough, no one in this crowd, I'm going to see. Here for Black History Month. No, but it is weird being from Tennessee and looking like this because I'm mixed. I'm half black, half white, half African American. Whereas I like to say I'm from Wakanda. And I really do ride the line like I'm like half soul food, half soul cycle. You know? Half Dr. Dre, half Dr. Phil. You know, half Michael Jackson, half Michael Jackson. So it's in there. But the thing is that people in the South, it's not that people are racist towards me because I'm black. People are racist towards me, but they can't tell like what race I am. They just know they're mad. You know? They're just looking at me like, look, like they can't tell if I'm black or Mexican or Arab or some other sin. You know? They're like, go back home to Mesopotamia. Put my finger finger on it, but somewhere near the Fertile Crescent. For sure. Well, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do with white people? You can't live with them? All right, you gotta be great. We have a great show for you guys. First, coming up, we have the great, I was gonna say the late great, but he's here. And with us today, luckily for all of us. The great and still here with us, Joey Cipriano.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah!
How was your day today?
Pretty good. I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Aww.
I spent all day talking to a real estate broker who referred to it as the vaccination, so it's been concerning to say the least. But I wanted to come up here and tell you about a recent discovery. Well, I guess it's not that recent, but that there's something in all of us, I think, that turns us into a monster. Makes us forget our fellow man, all forms of empathy or compassion. And for me, that is a treasure, hand-sewn warmer. And let me tell you about my favorite hand-sewn warmer. That's a terrible way to describe it. Can any of you even picture that? No, I'll get to that. Years ago, I was at my friend's fundraiser in high school for their club. They were going on a trip or something. And everybody's parents, grandparents donated items to be raffled and auctioned. And it was incredible what everybody's families came up with. Like, what would your family have to donate to an auction? Probably just long and complicated arguments where nobody is listening to each other if I had to donate something. But other people have like bakers and like professional athletes. So there was signed memorabilia, designed cakes. It was incredible. But I had my eye on one thing and one thing only. And that was, it was about this long, sewn by someone's grandma. There was 4 of them. Beautiful stitching, fabric from Michael's that probably doesn't exist anymore. And when you put it in the microwave, it came out smelling like cinnamon and cardamom. And nobody had bet on it. I said, this is my investment. I bought a roll, $20 worth of tickets, and I put every single one in that basket. And I waited. Hours of lukewarm buffet food, talking to my friend's parents. But finally, my raffle came, and I was so excited. My heart was pounding. The first number read. It matched one of mine. The second number, the third number, the fourth number, every single number matched my ticket on the very first try. I was ecstatic. I was sprinting down the aisles. It was like I won the lottery. And everybody was so confused. They started the raffle, they're like, 1 hand-sewn warm thingy, it's got music notes. And they started reading. They had no idea there was one 18-year-old child who couldn't wait. And so I'm so caught up in the euphoria that I'm running back to my seat. There are 3 other warmers to be won. And they keep counting numbers. My numbers keep getting called. By the end of the night, I have an armful of 3 different warmers waiting to be put in the microwave. And as the night winds down, a grandma walks up to me and she says, "Oh, excuse me. One of my girlfriends was the one who sewed all those warmers. And I was really hoping to get one. I was wondering if I could just buy one of the ones that you won." And I thought long and hard about it. And I looked at her and I said, "It's not for sale." Verbatim, what I said to an old woman, she referred to her as her girlfriend. And to be fair, if they're such close friends, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you get one from her in the first place? And that's how I justified it in my mind. And that's how I sleep at night. Thank you, everybody.
Give it up for Joey again. We love it. I like how Joey just described himself as an 18-year-old child. You're a man with hand warmers. Own that stuff. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to keep the show going. Up next, we have an incredible comedian who is going to rock your literal socks off. Okay, so your shoes are freaking tied on tight. Okay, up next, we got, put your hands together for Liva Pierce.
Listen, I barely made it here tonight because I was writing so many discussion posts. I'm sick of giving my thoughts on the text. I wake up and I then proceed for what feels like 18 hours to regurgitate the thoughts of authors from the past and the present. This is my, okay, I'm gonna have to put the mic back. This is my impression of myself late at night, losing my mind, and trying to be positive about my classmates and the work in front of me. I am so struck. Tonight. I feel like I might die. What my peers have said tonight on Oscar Wilde's Picture of Dorian Gray was so fresh. I'm feeling insane. Yeah, so that's my thoughts and discussion post. I'm one of those guys who's like, can it be summer? I'm sick of this, come on, man. I'm not even kidding. A truck drove by me and just splashed me with mud. Yesterday, got down my shirt, literally. I'm ready for a tea summer. This past summer was really good to me. I worked at a seafood restaurant, and I got a lot of free fish. And I did have, when I was working there though, I did have some notes on how the restaurant, I was a host there, so I like was at the front seating people, and I did have some ways I think it could be a little bit more fun and better. One way is that when you go and have to seat a family, it's kind of awkward like bringing someone to a table and then leaving, so you can't just like do it and then just like walk away without saying anything. And I think that like pretty much universally, when you seat someone, everyone usually goes like enjoy or enjoy guys, but it's hard. I don't want to go too high with it, like I don't want to be like enjoy guys, you know? That's who I am. But I also find it hard because if I go low with it and I'm like, enjoy guys, it sounds like I'm trying to fuck the family. So that's tough. Another thing that's tough is that, you know, people come to the host and asking questions. Usually it's like, where's the bathroom or whatever. But sometimes people come up and they literally want you to weave a tale because they come up to you and they're like, what this building used to be. And I don't know. I just got here and I'm trying to go on my phone. But they want you to be like, how long do you have? And like go back in time. But the last thing I'll say about, you know, some improvements for restaurants is that when people make reservations online, right, they'll say like party 3, party 4, but you can't specify if someone in your party is a baby. So sometimes they'll be like, we'll set a table, get it ready for the reservation, put down 4 place settings, and then when you get there, here we go, it's a baby. So we have to take the place setting away. And I kept forgetting to do this, and I was like, sorry, is it okay if like I just like leave the night? Like I just keep forgetting to take it away from the baby. And my manager was like, no, no, like, we really can't have the knife in front of the baby. And I was like, are you scared? What happens? Are you scared what happens if the baby gets a knife? I think you're scared. The baby got a knife and fork. The baby's gonna take over the restaurant. You're scared of the baby's desires. You're scared the baby gets something sharp that might make some changes. I'll end on this. People are always saying, you know, before, you know, all babies are good. All babies are good. You know, it's everything that happens after, right? It's like, for that time, you're good. You're a baby. I disagree. Put me in a hospital in the room with all the cradles. I don't know if that room exists, but I've seen it in media. Put me in that room with the babies. I'll tell you which ones should stay and which ones should go. I will go down. Yes. 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 Keep him here. And I think that could end atrocity. Thank you.
Give it up again for Liva's Joker origin story. We're going to keep the show rolling. Get your hands together and clap and keep putting them together back and forth just like that. For Joe Blankson.
Hey! Okay, I'd like to start off with a bad bitch roll call. Raise your hand if you're in therapy. Raise your hand if your therapist is a black lady.
Oh.
You wanna know why? Because they're all on the TV. They're all on the TV, they're doing auditions, they're going on set, they're not even working anymore in real practice, they're just getting hired. I can't blame them. They need work, I guess. Going to a predominantly white institution, a PUI, learned a couple things. Maybe have unearned confidence. I like to think of myself as a white person on one of those like volunteer trips to Africa, you know? Like I have no qualifications to be here, but I do have these wide leg linen pants. Put me in, I'm ready. Okay, here's a life hack just from me though. When I'm going to the store and I feel like I might need a little extra help, I make sure that I look really suspicious. Suspicious. It makes them so obsessed with me. They want to give me so much help. It's really perfect. No, it's actually annoying. And it doesn't even make sense because I'm like, if somebody's gonna shoplift, it's gonna be a white person. Shoplifting, I feel, is part of your culture, you know? It's like taking stuff that's not yours. Yeah, running in the nighttime. Yeah, that's you guys, not me. Doop, doop. Here's my problem with science. The other day, I was reading a study. Oh. That's weird. I just thought you guys would clap. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. It was long. I was reading a study, and the study said that we have taste buds specifically for fat. Like we can taste like salty things, sweet things, spicy things, and also like specifically for like bacon and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I could have told you that. Yeah, I knew. How much money did you spend figuring that out? Because chicken thighs are like $1 a pound. Literally, I could have told you that. Aren't you supposed to be working on cancer? Like, what are the priorities here? Okay, I got one more. Something I'm learning recently, I'm 21, something I'm just now learning is that historical moments take way longer than you think. Like, the Civil Rights Movement was 20 years long, but in my mind, it was like one weekend. I think the problem is my teachers in school didn't really emphasize the chronology of it all. They were like, Rosa Parks said no on the bus in 19 and then the March on Washington was in 19 so it all just blends together. But think about it this way, if it wasn't in one weekend, then how come in all the pictures they're wearing the same outfits? Why do they have a capsule wardrobe? You look at all the pictures, you see, oh, black shirt, white pant, black shirt, gray shirt, black skirt. It's all the same. It's one weekend. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
History and science double major, everybody. Joe talking about being at a predominantly white institution made me remember, because I did go here, I remember Joe mentioned that. Someone says like, yeah. Joe mentioned it, stop talking about it. No, but when I did go here, a picture of me was on the cover page of the computer science department website, and I've never taken a computer science class in my life. That's kind of a quirky thing. Anyways, we're going to keep the night going. Pull your hands together for Ann Lim.
Friggin' tells you how hard it is to get Christmas presents for your mom. I was home for break, as you do, and I asked my mom, like, Mom, what do you want for Christmas? And she said, she looked me in the eyes and she said verbatim, for you and your sister to join me in heaven. I was like, I respect that, but I was thinking something more like TJ Maxx vibes, you know what I mean? Candle, like a jar that says jar on it. My parents are like super melancholy people. I recently found out that my dad didn't dance before he came to America. Which to me is his fault because dancing exists everywhere. You're allowed to dance everywhere. It's not an American concept. It's not unpaid internships, okay? You don't have to be a citizen to do it. But because of my parents, I am Asian. I'm so sorry, where are my manners? I'm an AAPI voice. I'm beatboxing like Pittsburgh. I just kind of think that the things we decided to do about anti-Asian racism after March were a little bit stupid. I saw a photo for this billboard in New York, and it literally just said, I would never push your grandma. And to me that's like, the lady don't protest too much. I wasn't even thinking you were going to do it, you brought it up. Like, I don't know, it just that doesn't make sense. I feel like we need more clarity about what we're trying to do. Like those shirts that are like Stop Asian Hate and like Jamila Jamil's wearing them. And it's like Stop Asian Hate. I feel like we need to re-strategize there because what do, right? You go to a restaurant, you sit down, Stop Asian. Alright, you're mad. You're like, oh my god, racism is so bad. You're crossing your arms, you're talking in the front, and it's like, Asian hate! We can't celebrate that on shirts. We change the merchandise. So none of those work. But I've been doing the research, okay? I've been in the labs. I've been thinking up solutions. And I think I figured out how to end anti-Asian hate crimes. And, okay, it's complicated, but bear with me, okay? If I could do it in a sentence, basically we take every Chinatown and we rename it Little Italy. Okay, there's a second part. We take every Little Italy and we rename it Chinatown. Here's my vision of what happened. Racist wakes up in the morning, he's like, I want to hate crime someone. He hops on the subway, he's like, okay, follow the maps to Chinatown. He gets off at the station, beats the bus. Oh my god, is that an Asian over there? No, it's a white guy with black hair. He's like, the subway and he goes home, okay? Because no one ever wants to go to 2 neighborhoods in one day. Laziness will fix racism. Thank you guys so much.
With this. Hi, my name is Erika. I'm actually the second host of tonight. Thank you so much. I was kind of worried I wouldn't get the cheer because, like, the only difference between being a host and I think the real thing is that you just don't get introduced. But I'm here and I'm queer, and I'm mainly telling you that to explain why I'm talking so much about myself when I should be introducing Nagle. Woman instead. Wow, how are we doing tonight?
Yeah.
Where my Catholics at? Cool, I'm not Catholic. I just got whole rooms I'm in. I did something today that I didn't think I would have to do. I set up my work computer and someone else, the IT guy, was like, "Can you tell me your Wi-Fi password?" I didn't think about that when I set it up. And I had to say, BITCHES, love Wi-Fi, 69 like the year, 420, a home address. I have a boyfriend. The joke I was going to make was to pause for your applause, but okay, I guess that was unexpected. It's not very impressive to have a boyfriend when we're like 2 years into monogamy being like the thing to do. But it was cool to have a boyfriend like when you were in middle school because I feel like we were all kind of being fed this like Disney Channel original story about like what having a boyfriend would be like. Like you would have a ponytail and he would still think you were hot. And then you would get to sit at the popular table. You would get invited to parties. He'd drive you around in his big car, either Jeep or truck. No one's picking your ass up in a smart car. That feels unrealistic to me. The main reason is that in no straight couple do I know is the man more popular. Straight men don't have friends. Straight men go to things their girlfriends plan. My mom's boyfriend has no fucking friends. Before they started dating, he went to movies alone. Just him, a big old bucket of popcorn, and the big screen. I was like, what? He's like, and your mom's my social planner. I'm like, I know. Your only friend is your hairdresser. And I would argue that's just someone you've employed for a long time. Having a boyfriend is fun. It's like you just get to observe someone doing stuff. They don't tell you this about having a boyfriend. When you have one, every glass of water you pour just instantly becomes communal. He feels the rights to every water bottle I fill, every cup. Sometimes I'll have a sip before I set it down. I haven't had a receptacle of water to myself in 2 years. I'm so thirsty. He's so funny. On the day of the Super Bowl, my boyfriend wore a football jersey all day. Like it was his Super Bowl outfit. And he was wearing a Bears jersey. They weren't even playing. I was like, that would be like if you were going to a play later. You're like, I'm going to go see Hamlet. Better throw on my pantaloons and high-heeled socks. And my khaki shoes. To support the actors. best case scenario of you watching the Super Bowl in a Bears jersey. Some Super Bowl football player, clearly I know a lot about football, he's gotta eat shit, and they're like, we need someone. And they're like, we got a 5'9" Italian American sitting on his couch, ready to go. Does he have a background in sports? He played rec soccer in 5th grade. Is he wearing our team's jersey? No. He'll do. And then he wins the game with the touchdown and the kicking. Thank you, Owen. I'm good. I think I should take this. Not home, just away.